Hi, I'm Karina Rubaja, a dance teaching artist with a 92nd Y. This is my 15th year in the SPP School Partnership Program. This program serves grades 1 through 12, providing 21 teaching artist-led workshops tailored to the classroom teacher needs through original curriculum materials, student performances, teachers planning meetings, and attendance at professional dance performances.
Hi, my name is Michelle Lambrecht. I am a fourth grade teacher at PSMS 278. We are a school in the Inwood neighborhood of New York City. Most of my students are 9 years old, and our school's population is composed of approximately 80% Hispanic students, 12% white, 4% black, and 3% Asian Pacific Islander. 77% of the students get free or reduced price lunch, and 16% of them are considered English language learners. This is my 9th year partnering with Ms. Karina.
The goal of this video is to share tips that have helped us develop a very successful collaboration. This video will address the most effective strategies for building, enriching, sustaining successful partnerships between teaching artists and classroom teachers promoting student learning. We have 3 planning meetings, 45 minutes long, each one at the beginning of each unit. And also we have one more meeting at the end to assess the whole program. The first meeting follows my classroom observation, and so I make sure I acknowledge the positive aspects I saw in the way the teacher was teaching. And also I introduce myself, the importance of collaboration in my opinion, and I also explain the different approaches to integration, like the thematic approach, sharing a common theme, and also the cross-curriculum approach, addressing skills that are common to different disciplines. And I also describe the general design of the program. In my case, I have 3 units. The first one introduces dance concepts and explores them. The second one applies these concepts and finds connection to a specific theme or skill they're working on in the classroom. And the last unit is the most tailored one and student-centered, and it might be directly or indirectly connected to the curriculum and synthesizes the whole previous process and culminates in a performance. In addition, I show them a handout of the 5 strands of learning in dance from the New York City Blueprint for Teaching in the Arts. And we discuss it, and we find commonalities between these goals and the academic goals. Based on this, we identify the common goals that we are going to focus the residency on. The first one I would like to mention is the development of literacy and communication skills, common in both areas. I use dance vocabulary, like I show my words. Oops. I want students to talk about dance, write about dance, and understand dance as a language to communicate ideas.
And that's extended into the classroom. So one of my roles is to help the kids make connections with the content that goes into the dances that we create together. For example, this was a reflection piece that they did on their first unit. So it's trying to reinforce the things that I would be encouraging them to do in ELA anyway, like what are some vocabulary we learned and how can we incorporate that into our writing, taking time to plan a response before they actually write it. And the finished pieces are wonderful because they really talk about the dance, but they are connecting vocabulary and learning with other subjects as well. This is an example of a similar piece that was done, a connection with several read-alouds that had to do with the Underground Railroad and slavery, and the kids really looking for vocabulary, looking for pictures, looking for images, things that they could connect to movements and ideas that they were trying to express in the dance or song.
Another common goal that we have is to use cross-curriculum thinking skills, such as understanding of sequence, patterns, accountable talk, analytical and critical thinking skills.
And I am certainly always keeping their social skills in mind. The collaboration that goes into a successful dance partnership is something that we very much talk about and encourage with the kids. And problem solving is very essential for their emotional growth so that they begin to see themselves as problem solvers and have a better self-regulation, perhaps, of their own behavior.
Yeah, problem solving and creativity are common skills in all the areas, and we want them to develop multiple solutions, make good choices about the most efficient solutions, and also trying to get to original solutions. Yeah. Well, having common goals really help us to feel that we are working together.
Yes, absolutely. And
Great. Good. And having the same goals probably makes us feel stronger. And they can become better dancers and better learners in all the areas
yes, absolutely.
as they become whole.
Yes.
In order to get as much information as possible of the students and their characteristics as learners, I give teachers a code with letters of different characteristics, and they will have their class lists, and next to the students' names, they would enter the letters that are applicable. This way, I'll have a lot of information that will be helpful for me to create partners and groups and a sitting chart. To get our collaboration going, we distribute and brainstorm some actions that we do individually or that we both do together. As a teaching artist, I contribute the knowledge of my artistic discipline, dance, and the pedagogy that goes with it. I create schedules for lessons, for meetings, and for performances. And you, Ms. Lambert?
And as the classroom teacher, I contribute to our collaboration their academic knowledge, my classroom management skills, knowledge of the specific students themselves, my pedagogic knowledge. I am responsible for following up on their reflections and any assignments that we do in class that pertain to the dance program, and generally preparing them for our time together with Ms. Karina.
And together, we develop curriculum.
And we figure out ways to document and assess the students' work. We observe them and we're giving feedback.
We assist students in their learning in different ways.
We communicate to each other quite frequently about the ways that the goals are being met and how our partnership is going.
We implement different kinds of co-teaching strategies.
And we both contribute creativity and problem solving.
In the second planning meeting, we assess student work in the first unit. We also assess our partnership, and I make sure to acknowledge all those supportive actions that the teachers have done to foster student learning and support the program. And we brainstorm what could be the follow-up reflection piece that the teachers could do in the classroom with the students. The teacher will finally make a decision on that. And we plan for the second unit. The following are the 6 approaches for co-teaching that we use. The first one is, when I teach you,
I am the observer, and I will give feedback, both solicited and unsolicited, upon my observations.
Second one, when I teach you,
I am acting as more of an assistant, moving among the students as they're dancing, actually helping them with their dance or giving sort of one-on-one feedback as needed.
Third one is called parallel teaching. So we divide the class into halves and we both teach at the same time.
And then we have something called station teaching, which is where the students will be broken up into groups, and both Karina and myself will circulate among the groups, giving feedback as needed to the different teams.
In the fifth one, teaming, we both model and we both provide information. And the last one, when I teach,
I am actually participating as a student dancer. I'm among a student group actually doing the dance with them. This gives a different type of perspective and allows for a different kind of problem solving, maybe having to do with timing or use of space or something like that, that is easier to observe as you're actually participating in the dance. So we do that too sometimes.
Thank you, Ms. Lambert, for all this variety of ways that you have to co-teach with me.
You're very welcome.
Here, and also on the stage. We're starting one here because I just changed this from 1 meter. I'm going to do it number 1 through 8. Yes, 1 through 8. And I'll do it over here. Patrick, can you help us for number 1? Right now? We have 8, 8, 8. Yes, yes, but somebody's absent. Good. So the turn number 7, we have 5 people. So you two are 7, and you two are 7. Yes. In the third planning meeting, we focus on the performance. So we discuss the importance of performing and the logistics involved in the performance. I solicit teachers' creative input to see if they have an idea, a theme, a song, a skill, a need that we want to focus on for the product. And we define new roles connected to the performance, like buying or making costumes, having students listen to the music to get familiarized with it, like writing, making invitations, rehearsing the kids, or videotaping and having them watch the footage in the classroom to improve their performance. In the fourth and last meeting, we assess the performance in itself and in light of the whole process of the residency. And we reflect on what we learned as professionals and what we would change and what we would keep from the program for next year. And of course, we again brainstorm on a reflective piece that the students could write about to capture their learning of the last unit.
Duke Ellington was the African-American jazz musician who composed the music.
He was part of the Harlem Renaissance, and I can make a lot of moves with that type of beat.
I had a great time dancing with my pops and my friends.
The dance gave me an idea of a story. Our moves are awesome for the story. Since it was about fighting for space, it seemed to be war fighting for land. My favorite part of the dance is the domino falling. It looks so realistic.
Yes, I really like the cannon.
It was a challenge not to do so fast, but I like challenge. I like when we were raising our feet up because it felt energetic.
My biggest challenge was when we entered or exit. Also the cues.
It is easy to count.
The sticks group was early when they blew and retreated back. The second try, they did better.
Well, for timing in a part, everybody kept getting mixed up, so we made an order.
We needed more time to put the moves that we wanted in the dance.
The hats merged a few ideas.
We started agreeing to moves that make sense or go with the tempo of the song.
We had to eliminate some ideas and use the ones we liked best.
We tried to make the squat jump a little shorter so we had more time to do the game.
I had a problem solve with Matthew when he said I go first, but then I gave him my spot to win third.
Our group had a problem when creating the dance with the boys not liking the girls, so we compromised and put both ideas in.
Yes, we had to work as a team.
My biggest challenge was when we had to work together, and I like to be independent a lot, but you taught me how to work together.
Making basic moves helped me get along with the rest of the group. Getting ideas of moves helps creativity and leadership.
A dance can make someone gain leadership by helping one another.
The group had a problem with leaving the stage, so I took a lead. What helped was practice.
We worked very hard on this performance.
My biggest fear was the timing and my shyness and getting it all right.
At first, before the performance, I felt really nervous, but then when I was performing, I felt good and enjoyed it. At the end of the dance, I just wanted to do it again. We all wish that we could dance that song again.
Terrific impact for me as a professional. It was just an exciting challenge to embrace. It was just a good way for me as a professional to use a different part of my brain and to have a different end result. It was a really wonderful chance for a lot of the kids to shine in different ways.
Both Ms. Lambrick and I grew as professionals and as people, while we learned that together we can embrace bigger challenges and consequently achieve more profound outcomes than we can on our own. This growth was a result of the effective partnership that Ms. Lambrick and I have developed. Some features of this partnership are enthusiasm, great communication and collaboration skills, a deep commitment and support for each other's work, a shared understanding of the importance of dance and its benefits, a deep shared understanding of the value of integrating arts in the curriculum, and a shared vision for students' holistic growth.
Great. Good. And having the same goals probably makes us feel stronger, and they can become better dancers and better learners in all the areas.
Yes, absolutely.
As they become whole.
Yes.